Subtle signs of aging in men you should never ignore. Have you ever noticed small changes in your body and wondered whether they're just part of getting older or something more? As men age, certain physical signs begin to appear. Some are obvious, others more subtle, and one of them, believe it or not, you might even smell before you see. These changes aren't random. They're actually clear signals of how the body is adapting with time. In this video, we'll uncover 4 telltale signs of aging in older men. 1 that affects your scent, 2 that visibly grow in size, and 1 that tends to shrink. Some of these changes happen slowly, while others might take you by surprise, like catching a glimpse in the mirror one day and thinking, "When did that happen?" Stick around until the end. You might discover something that finally explains a change you've noticed in yourself, but never fully understood. Let's dive in. The subtle but unmistakable smell of aging. There's a certain scent that often comes with age. If you've ever walked into a senior living home, you may have picked up on it. It's not about poor hygiene or cologne choices. This scent goes deeper, right down to the cellular level. As men grow older, the skin undergoes biochemical changes that lead to the production of a compound called 2-non-enol. This substance is created when fatty acids in the skin break down due to oxidative stress. The result? A faint but noticeable odor that's often described as grassy, waxy, or even stale. Unlike the body odor caused by sweat and bacteria, which usually washes off, 2-non-enol clings stubbornly to fabric and skin. It resists being fully removed by standard soaps. That's why some older men find that even after a shower, their clothes or skin still carry a faint, persistent scent. Take Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He began noticing that his freshly washed shirt still carried an odd smell. His granddaughter once commented, "Grandpa, you smell like books and wood." While it sounded poetic, it pointed to something real. His skin itself had changed. Research shows that the body begins producing 2-non-enol in small amounts after age 40, but by the 70s it becomes much more prominent. So what can you do? You can't stop your body from producing this compound, but you can reduce its buildup. Use soap specifically designed to remove oxidized oils. Eat antioxidant-rich foods like green tea, berries, citrus fruits, and leafy greens to combat oxidative stress. Wash clothes with baking soda or use odor-neutralizing sprays made for aging skin. If you've noticed a change in your personal scent over the years, it's not your imagination, and it's not poor hygiene. It's biology, and you're not alone. A belly that keeps growing. Even if you haven't changed your diet, one of the most common signs of aging in men is a belly that just won't shrink, no matter how you eat or exercise. As men age, metabolism slows down, testosterone levels drop, and muscle mass begins to decline. Muscle burns more calories than fat, so when you lose muscle, your metabolism slows, causing more fat to accumulate, especially around the midsection. You might be eating the same way you did in your 40s or 50s, but your body doesn't process it the same way anymore. Frank, a 76-year-old who stayed lean most of his life, noticed his belly slowly growing while his arms and legs looked thinner. He assumed it was just age, but what was really happening was a redistribution of fat. As muscle in his limbs decreased, fat started accumulating in his abdomen. This isn't just about appearance. Abdominal fat is especially dangerous. It's more metabolically active than fat stored elsewhere, meaning it releases inflammatory chemicals that can raise your risk for heart disease type 2, diabetes, cognitive decline, joint pain, chronic fatigue. Having a larger waistline in your 70s or 80s isn't just uncomfortable. It can take a serious toll on your overall health. But there are ways to fight back. Strength training can help maintain muscle mass and speed up metabolism. Protein-rich diets help support muscle growth. Hormone balancing therapies, under doctor supervision, may improve energy and body composition. So if your belly is expanding, while the rest of you seems to shrink, it's not your fault, but it is your body adapting to age. The good news? You're not powerless, and even sleep disturbances. So what can you do about it? First, resistance training is one of the most effective ways to fight muscle loss. and keep your metabolism from slowing down too much. Second, prioritizing. Protein in your diet helps maintain lean muscle mass while keeping you fuller for longer, making it easier to manage your weight. Third, avoiding processed carbs and added sugars helps control insulin levels and prevents further fat buildup. While gaining some belly fat is a natural part of aging, letting it grow unchecked can lead to serious health risks. If you've noticed your waistline expanding despite eating and exercising the same way, it's not just in your head. Your body is adjusting to natural hormonal changes. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you do so and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us keep creating great content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move on. Number 3. The mystery of growing ears. You might not notice it at first, but your ears actually get bigger as you age. Unlike muscles that shrink or fat that redistributes, your ears continue to grow well into old age. And it's not just your imagination. This happens because cartilage, the flexible tissue that forms most of your outer ear, keeps growing throughout your life. Meanwhile, gravity pulls your ears downward, stretching them and making them look even larger. If you've ever looked at an old photo and thought, "My ears didn't look this big before," you're right. Studies show ears grow about 0.8 inches per decade. By the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears can look noticeably bigger than in his youth. The change may be subtle year to year, but over time, it adds up. Take George, a 78-year-old retired teacher. He always had proportionate ears, but one day, after seeing a wedding photo from decades ago, he was surprised by how much his ears had changed. They didn't just get larger, they looked longer and droopier. He also noticed his earlobes had become thinner and stretched out, making his ears appear even bigger. Almost every older man experiences this, but few talk about it. Unlike other body parts, cartilage doesn't stop growing, and the skin loses elasticity, causing ears to elongate. While this isn't a health concern, it can affect appearance and sometimes self-confidence. So, what can you do? While you can't completely stop cartilage growth, maintaining skin elasticity helps. Stay hydrated, eat collagen-boosting foods, and protect your skin from too much sun exposure to slow the drooping effect. If your earlobes look thin or wrinkled, moisturizing and using vitamin-rich skincare products can help preserve their texture. At the end of the day, growing ears are just a normal part of aging. Like wrinkles or gray hair, it's not a sign of poor health, just nature's way of making sure you still hear the world around you. Number 4. The disappearing calves. As men age, one of the most visible changes happens in the legs, especially the calves. You might have looked down one day and realized your once strong calves don't have the same shape or size anymore. This isn't just about weight loss. It's a common aging sign called muscle atrophy, where muscle mass gradually declines over time. Several factors cause this. First, as testosterone and growth hormone levels drop, the body loses muscle faster than it can rebuild. Second, many older men become less active without realizing it. Even if you walk daily, you might not be using your calf muscles like you used to, especially if you no longer run, jump, or lift heavy objects. Third, changes in your circulatory system reduce blood flow to the legs, contributing further to muscle loss. Take Robert, a 75-year-old who spent most of his career on his feet. He always had strong, well-defined calves, but in his late 60s noticed they were getting thinner and weaker. Even simple tasks like climbing stairs or standing from a chair without support became harder. He assumed it was just aging, but in reality, his muscles were shrinking due to inactivity and hormonal changes. Losing calf muscle isn't just a cosmetic issue, it has serious consequences. Weak calves can affect your balance, increase the risk of falls, and slow your walking speed. Studies show men with reduced calf muscle mass tend to have more mobility difficulties in later life. Making daily activities harder is why maintaining lower body strength is crucial for staying independent as you age. The good news? You can slow down muscle loss, and even reverse some of it, with the right exercises. Simple movements like calf raises, resistance band workouts, and brisk walking on an incline can rebuild muscle fibers and boost circulation. And don't forget about protein. Eating enough lean meats, eggs, or plant-based protein supports muscle maintenance and recovery. So if you've noticed your calves looking thinner or feeling weaker, don't ignore it. This is one of those signs of aging that can be improved with effort. Taking action now will help keep you strong and mobile for years to come. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us keep creating great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.